Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome to Aokana, 4 Rhymes Across the Blue. This is a sporty themed visual novel with dating sim aspects obviously. In a world where flying through the sky is as simple as riding a bicycle, the sport Flying Circus is all the rage, all of the drama. Following the discovery of Anti-Gravitons, a special shoe that allows an individual to fly. Anti-Graviton Shoes took the world by storm. Let's see how world stormly that this is going to get, because I heard that this game is a very, very long game. I need to go now. Okay, take care. Hey, don't cry. I told you, didn't I? No tears today. But man, you're already hopeless. Hold on. Huh? What's going on? Looks like birds in the background. Lots of clouds in the background. Heh. Heh. Look, here. What is that? Something really important to me. And you're giving it to me? Yep, as long as you have this, you can fly wherever you want. Be anti-graviton shoes. I can fly? So if you're ever in any trouble and need help, hold this thing tight. Look up to the sky and make a wish. Make a wish to the sky? How peculiar. Let's see, what have we got in these little boxes here? It doesn't say what each of them are, so I'm presuming one of them is play, one of them is fast forward. The other one is to go back somewheres. Settings. Nope. Trying to save. Oh, save the voice book. It's right here. That's where it is. I'm just trying to find the command where you can hide the screen, that's all. Doesn't look like it. Oh, I see, that's the log. And other stuff is other stuff. If you do that, I'll come flying right over to save you. Really? Yeah, I promise. I mean, the sky's everywhere, so you'll always be within reach. Thank you. I'll treasure it. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye indeed. I think this is an animated series as well. This game was released in 2019. When I was a kid, I thought myself invincible. I was certain I could become whatever I wanted, go wherever I pleased, and always come out of top regardless of the opponent. I could see a world of infinite possibilities spread out before me whenever I wanted. All I had to do was reach my hand out toward the sky and make a lovely wish. Ah, in the summer of my 3rd year in elementary school, I acquired wings that let me soar through the sky. And with that, I made it to those parts of the sky my hand couldn't reach. I eagerly dashed forward, gliding through the air, advancing further and further. Who is that man in the background with that little girl? Back then, I had no doubts in my mind. I was sure there was no one who could reach the same heights as me. With these, I can go anywhere. I can be the first to travel beyond the sky. I sincerely believe that. However, as a result, I lost all faith in myself when my beliefs were overturned. It all happened because someone appeared in a space I thought my own. And in that moment, the place beyond the sky that I dreamed of reaching disappeared from my mind. I no longer had any right to lay claim to the sky. Who is the sky? The blue world that I envisioned beyond the sky was taken from me. I desperately reached out with my hand, but when I opened that hand, nothing was there. And so I turned my back on the sky. Aokana, 4 Rhymes Across the Blue. Episode 1. Teach me how to fly. Makeshift wings. Masaya. Ha 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 ha. I'm charging down the road to school at full speed. Can't afford to be late, especially when it's your first day back to school. Damn, hope I can still make it. I smell a pancake shop nearby. I pull my phone out of my pocket to quickly check the time. If you check the time more often, you're going to be late. 8:10. Man, I'm cutting it real close. Is it going to be 8:30? 8:15? The clock is ticking down to my doom, and fast. And so I stow away the harbinger apocalypse, then bolt forward as fast as I can. Damn it, it's all cause I had that dream again. Whenever I feel out of it, or when I'm tired, I always see the same dream. A scenery drawn in sepia. It was a blurry world that made me think I was viewing the scene with an old filter. 1970s. If all those dreams did was let me see a girl I liked as a kid, then that would have been fine. Too bad that wasn't the case. I keep running down the road, and eventually I come across a strange sight, not a straight sight. Huh? What's that girl doing? I spot a single girl crawling about on all fours on the side of the road. I was to say, what are you doing that for? There's another man who is running across the road there, far in the background, and there's an elderly lady there who is just casually minding her own business. Oh, this is bad. I can't get into my house now. Can't believe I lost my key right at the first day. I really screwed up. Oh dear. She's cheerfully monologuing such specific things to herself that it makes me wonder if she's doing it on purpose. Can any handsome man out there be willing to lend me a hand? Please? Oh, I still can't find it. What should I do? I'll be really late at this rate. But if we talk to her, call out to her, worry about... I will worry about her. Like, how is that even an option, for goodness sakes? Like, how is that even an option? Like, I'm just going to be stressed about someone, not help them or anything like that. I'm just going to stand there and worry about them. Call out to her. You know, there's one thing a lot of fairy tales tend to have in common. In them, the hero always extends a helping hand out to a girl in need, even if that means having to fight a dragon or saving the world. Or both. What's wrong? And so, in an attempt to live up to those standards, I approach the girl and call out to her. Hello. Huh? Oh, hi. The girl raises from her crawling position and snaps to attention as she responds to me. What is up? Do you need something? The moment I see her face, my breath gets caught in my throat. And why would that be the case? She's standing there, wide-eyed, an inquisitive look on her face. She's cute. Really, really cute. Her voice makes me return to my senses. Oh well. Seemed like you could use a hand, so I thought I'd offer my help. I already know what's going on thanks to that detailed explanation I overheard moments ago, so I'll simply offer my assistance. Well... looks like I confused her. Maybe I should have stayed out of this. Sorry. I'm not trying to intrude or anything, I swear. If you don't need any help, just... Thank you so... Well, that changed moods real quickly, and the music changed as well. What? The girl suddenly leaps in front of me, grasps my hand, and shakes it up and down vigorously. Wow. You're the sort of islander my aunt talked about. Right before I moved, she said, Kyushu is a land of benevolence. Fear not dear. Kyushu is an island of Japan. One of the smaller islands. Sure? That's just the Kyushu way of life, I guess. It's so cool. She must be pretty easy to impress if me offering to help her has her this excited. But more importantly, hey, look. Yes? What's up? Well, your hands. Huh? At that point, she finally shifts her gaze over to her hands. And when she does, her face flushes red instantly. Oh no! She whips her hands away from mine and bows her head a few times. I'm so sorry. Jeez, why am I thinking grabbing a stranger's hand so suddenly? I feel really bad about this. Of course, with those scissor eyes of yours. After she finishes talking, the girl stands there with her head still bowed, and eventually claps her own cheeks. Is that supposed to be some form of punishment? Let me wake up. Aww. Oh, jeez, why do I always act without thinking? Look, you really don't have to apologise. Besides, should we take care of your problem first? Her expression changes from one of mild shock as I change the topic. Oh, right. You know, I feel bad about asking you to help me with something so personal, but I happen to lose something. The girl tries to explain her predicament to me through a combination of words and gestures. Huh? But why is that shining there? I spot a silver object glittering in the sunlight roughly a meter behind her. It wouldn't happen to be... Oh, I lost my house. Before the girl could finish her sentence, I passed by her and picked up the silver object. Your house key, right? Does this look like it? How do I know that you lost a house key? Well, let's just say psychic as a form of know-how. But a more logical explanation would be that I just somehow listened to you ranting about on all fours to try and find a key. Oh, wow. The girl raises her voice and wraps both her hands around the key, which is still in my hand. But that's it. That's my lost house key. How'd you find it? No, wait. How'd you even know I lost my key? That's amazing. I just happened to see it out of the corner of my eye, so it's not really amazing or anything. Oh, don't be humble. Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver, really. Seems like she's asking for my name. Look. The name's Masaya Hinata. I just live around the corner. I'm a sophomore at Kyonohama Academy. Nice to meet you. I struggle with Japanese names if we don't know already. Hinata-san, huh? Thanks for all the help. I'm Asuka Shina? I'll be attending Kurihama Academy for tomorrow onwards. Just heading over there now to fill out some forms, actually. Ah, cool. Nice to meet you, Kurashina. Same here. Kurashina-san replies cheerfully. As the saying goes, a good deed is its own reward. Indeed it is. Because helping someone out throughout the day is really nice. Even if it means something that's so insignificant to you, it might be something so important to someone else, like finding their house key. I get the feeling I'm forgetting something important. Yes, you're rushing to school! And before I manage to remember, a loud ringing sound resounds through the air. Sheesh! Ah! Kurashina-san is startled by my loud cry. No, I'm really running late. Oh, you're starting today, yeah? Oh no, I officially start tomorrow, so I don't think I have to worry about being late, right? I see. Guess you don't know about Miss Kagami. Huh? Eri Kagami. She's good at all kinds of sports and drop-dead gorgeous, but is also considered to be the scariest teacher at Kurihama Academy. She's the school's PE teacher and my homeroom teacher, but she's also the guidance counselor. That's why she's out at the gate waiting to see if any students arrive late. Okay, and since she's a real strict person, saying you aren't attending classes today won't cut it exactly. Oh, that's bad. And if you're ever late when she's on duty, a dreadful punishment awaits you. Punishment? Yeah, she makes use of all her connections to dig up embarrassing secrets from your past. Any diaries you keep, funny pictures you took, or cringe-worthy videos of you will be revealed to the entire class. No way, that's crazy. Right? That's why we can't afford to be late. But you're already late, dear sir. I confirmed the time by glancing at my phone. 8:25. If we run, We won't make it in time. You mean we will make it in time? Honestly, I want to avoid using them as much as possible, but oh, we're going to be using the Anti-Graviton Shoes. No choice, I'll make an exception today. I'll whisper that while looking up at the sky. Alright, let's take off over there. I say as I point at the nearby terminal. From there? I don't see anything there. What, is a plane going to pop out of something? Something along those lines. Kirishina-san tilts her head to the side in confusion as she stares at the terminal. A plane? Oh right, you're not from around these parts. Yeah, she's a transfer student. Know anything about grav shoes? Grav? Shoes? Yeah, anti-graviton shoes. Since you're wearing our school's uniform, you should have gotten a lecture on how these shoes work. Oh, these things? They did give me a short explanation. Yeah. You didn't get the explanation, did you? Kirishina-san replies while pointing at the school's shoes. Yeah, those. If you got a rundown, I guess I don't need to explain. You take them out for a spin yet? I don't think so. What do you mean? That's too bad. Well, I'll support you then. Let's go. Normally you take a proper course first, but it should be fine since we're going with paired flight. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, no. You don't have to worry about a stranger who's giving you a means of transportation to school, which A, doesn't involve sitting down, and B, possibly either being cuddled or going on the back so that you can ascend into the air. Let's see. Good, the coast is clear. I look around to check the flight path just in case. But no flight lamp is also off. Next up is a shoe check. Kirishina-san. Yes? Put 1 foot forward a little. Like this. I check the shoe she puts forward. Okay, that's good. Now, show me the other one. When she does, I check the other one as well. Alright, you're all good. Take a deep breath from me, Kirishina-san. Inhale. A deep breath? Huh? Okay. And exhale. Okay, time to head on out. Head where exactly? Whoa! Since she's not following the conversation, I take Kirishina-san's hand, walk over to the edge of the terminal and press the open button. After the shutters open, I turn on my own grav shoes. Take a small step forward to widen your stance. Okay. Next, raise your heels. Like this? Yeah, I'm going to count to 3, and then we fly. Make sure you hold my hand tight, okay? If you do, you can just leave everything to me and relax. Fly? We're flying from here? Right, let's go. 1, 2... hey, wait, we're going to fall. I don't want to die. 3... Okay, let's not acknowledge her predicament here. Fly! No, stop! Aww. A soft wind strokes our bodies as we soar through the air. The early summer air is a little warm, making it perfect for a slow flight. What's going on? Oh god, no. We're flying right now, but we're definitely gonna fall. We're totally gonna fall. We're absolutely gonna fall. Kirishina-san keeps shouting out words later with desperation. I can tell how anxious she is by the tightness of her grip. It's fine. There's no way we'll fall without grav shoes on. Plus, the flight path's pretty calm. Really? I don't consider this calm whatsoever. Can you see my tears forming from my eyes? Really? So just relax and enjoy our scroll through the sky. Okay. Asuko is really trusting of new people. That's a very... Okay, that's a bit of a two-sided or a double-edged sword there, really. Because A, it's nice to be able to trust new people, but B, you don't know what kind of person they are. I can feel the pressure on my back letting up as Kirishina-san relaxes her body. She seems resigned herself to her fate. Whatever. I can see buildings, trees, and the deep blue ocean stretching out beneath us. They look so tiny from up here. Whoa. I'm guessing she's getting used to flying, since she lets out a voice of awe as she looks around in wonder. This is amazing. The view's so beautiful. We've gotten so high that the buildings look tiny. I know, right? Most people react like this on their first flight. With these shoes you can travel anywhere. You can fly wherever you want. Upon hearing those words, I fly wherever you want. I slowly repeated those words, digesting their meaning. Is something wrong? I eagerly dashed forward, gliding through the air, advancing further and further. Back then I had no doubts in my mind. I was sure there was no one who could reach the same heights as me. No, it's nothing. We'll be landing soon. Get ready. Oh, okay. With these I can go anywhere. I can be the first to travel beyond the sky. Look, okay? It gets colder the further up you travel, okay? I sincerely believe that. Yeah, I should avoid this from now on. I tried to make sure Kirishina-san couldn't hear me, as I quietly muttered those words. I look up at the sky one last time to say farewell for good before I prepare to land. The blue sky extends infinitely, just as it did when I was a kid. We definitely made a best friend today, didn't we, ladies and germs? So yeah, that was at the beginning of the game. So that was our dream, actually. And that's the shape of the island. And I suppose that's... Oh, these are the four main characters now, I suppose. Because if it would show the girl that we've already acquainted with, and then three others, which we haven't. So obviously those would be... All four of us would be the main characters. I like anime-styled introductions like this. It's really intense, but at the same time quite relaxing in a way. I'm unsure if this song is copywritten or not, so that's why I've removed it from the video itself. But you can just bask within the what does that remind me of? Like girls in beachwear with guns and stuff like that. It's sort of like, it's a Shanran game. But even if you don't have sound, you can just bask within the glory of just looking at this. And we've got other people in there as well. Friends. Again, those are going to be the main four, I predict. Ah, that's a lovely smile. It's showing glimpses of the game. Oh, that's what we look like. One on the right. Ah. I like a game with a lot of happiness, but without any kind of trivial throughout the game itself, then it's really hard to dissect yourself a game which has many layers to it if all there is just happiness. Aokana 4 rhymes across the blue. As much as we love happiness, we also love a bit of tension in the air. To the west of Japan's mainland, in the East China Sea, is Shitou City. It's a town that's made up of 4 islands. And that bit of sea in the island itself is really... It's a really peculiar shape. It sort of looks like a Christmas tree. Its population of 50,000 is enough to get it recognized as a city, but at a glance, it looks more like a rural country village. It's sort of like just a huge conglomeration of villages to make it a city. However, right now, The area is like a completely different world from the rest of Japan. That's how special Shitu City is. Following the discovery of anti-gravitons, special shoes allow an individual to fly. Anti-graviton shoes were invented, and those shoes, which let a person fly using only their own body, brought about the dawn of a new age. I was just checking my recording to see if everything was still working as it should, and it is. The Airport Act applied many restrictions on private flight, but there are some cities where none of that applies. Special test zones, basically. Yeah, you would think that people flying where airplanes come and go is a perfectly safe thing to have. Not really. Have you ever heard, like in 2018, of a drone that literally stopped Gatwick Airport from operating? That's how powerful a drone can be. And one of those cities just happens to be Shitu City. It's even said that grav shoe usage is the highest in the country here. People from all generations make use of them here, though young people probably use them the most. In fact, students tend to use them a lot. They're a common commuting option on all 4 islands that make up Shitu City. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Wow, no one's late today. Good stuff. Huh? Who's that? It looks like it's us, isn't it? Sweet, we made it! I used the Grav Shoes assisted landing feature to touch down safely at the school's terminal. Come on, Kirishino-san, you can let go of my hand now. What? Oh, okay. When I point that out, Kirishino-san lets go of my hand hesitantly, since it could have started weird rumors if she kept clinging onto me. I previously asked her to switch to just holding my hand, but even that's enough to get students talking, so it's best to separate now. Oh nice, it's 8:30 on the dot. We made it. Right, okay, let's head to the classroom. Wait, I forgot to ask where you need to go. They told me to head to the fossility room, so we should split up here. Okay, see you around then. Sure hope so. Thanks for your help. Kirishino-san directs a bow to me, at me, then runs off to the building where the fossility room is located. Now then, shouldn't waste time loitering. Need to head to the classroom before Miss Kagami spots me. And that so happens. What a rare sight. Do you think Masaya would show up with someone else, as he was holding her hand too? Great, but more importantly, I'm shocked that he actually flew here. Made it somehow. I plop down onto my seat and breathe a sigh of relief. Say. Oh, great. Really? Who's that girl you were holding hands with? Just had to ask. Huh? One of my classmates suddenly appears before me, then starts questioning me. Her name is Misaki Tobisawa. Since we sat close to each other and were in the same class last year, we end up chatting a lot. She's the only girl in my class who's on casual speaking terms with me. Anyway, it's pretty common for her to start up random conversations, especially first thing in the morning. Gotta say though, I'm surprised she saw that. I mean, I try to get away from Kirishino-san as fast as possible, but obviously not fast enough. Good morning, Misaki. You know, you really should at least greet me first before grilling me. Morning. She waves her hand at me with an absent-minded look on her face. Obviously, Misaki has low blood pressure. So, what was that about me holding hands with someone? I try to feign ignorance. But she ends up ignoring me. You literally just asked me about the girl who was holding my hand. Oh, right, hands, yeah, gotcha. Caught a glimpse of you two through the window. You have some good eyes. I mean, most people just don't happen to catch a glimpse of things that are so far away. So, what are we talking about again? You serious? Ah! Finally remember? I'm so hungry. And I just had breakfast too. Okay, so this is going to be the gluttonous girl. With how disjointed our conversations tend to be, I can't help but wonder if she's alright. I mean, low blood pressure only explains so much. Alright, hurry up and take your seats. Well, that's my cue. Catch you, Masaya. Misaki totters away toward her desk. Good morning. Yep, today is a real good day. Alright, on to homeroom. Quite an informally dressed teacher, if I must say so myself. I put my thoughts aside and focus on class. She's good at all kinds of sports and... yes, but is also the scariest teacher at Konohama Academy. This is my homeroom teacher, Ioi Kagami. It's been 2 weeks since the start of a new semester. If you want to start up or join some sort of club, make sure you turn in your application. Let's see, okay, I want to join a literature club along the lines of Doki Doki Literature Club, but maybe I also want to join, let's say, an occultic mystery detective trying to solve the paranormal sort of club, like let's say a Missing Time. But also, I also want to join in a club which we, I don't know, discover time travel? You know, put a banana in a microwave, it turns green, and somehow we end up discovering time travel. Like in Steins Gate. You know, all of the normal clubs. By the way, I owe a lot to Aoi-san. I mean, Miss Kagami. And my debts start racking up far before I even joined Konohama Academy. In fact, it mostly comes from help she provided when I was younger. So yeah, I was obviously pretty shocked when she ended up being my homeroom teacher. It's almost like if fate has put ourselves together. At this point, all of you are sophomores. I expect you to act responsibly and assist any freshmen that are in need. We did do that already, but it doesn't hurt to help even more freshmen. Says the person who has a mountain of dirt on her students. We're close enough for me to make that kind of joke, though I can't do much more than whisper it, since we're in class at all. If she catches me talking behind her back, she'll show no mercy. I'll end up as being as dead as that skeleton on her t-shirt. Okay, that's it for homeroom. But minus the pink colour, it'll be all grey. Maybe a bit of blood red as well. Looks like she didn't notice that I was almost late this morning. A wave of relief washes over me, which allows me to finally relax. Alright, Masaya. Miss Kagami doesn't care that we're at school. She always calls me by my first name. What's up? We need to talk. Let's do it after school. It'll take a while. Thank you for not embarrassing me in front of the class. Did she hear me back there? Or what? Is this about almost arriving late? Which one of those did she catch? Hi there. Messiah! School's out. We're finally free. Yeah, I know. Whew. Now the day can really begin. What should I do? No, wait. What should I eat? The possibilities are endless. Right. Gotta say though, you're a totally different person once we're out of class. Not that that's anything new. Her extreme mood shifts are on a downright concerning level. Since she has low blood pressure in the morning, maybe it's spiked and she popped a vessel up there. Madoka. Yeah, Masaki's transformation is pretty crazy. I mean, I'm her friend, it's even got me worried. Oh, what, are you saying that we're not her friend? So you agree with me, huh? Yeah, totally. And what's with that little fang in your mouth? Are you a vampire? When I first met her, or a succubus, I was convinced she had some sort of twin sister. This girl is our class representative, Madoka Oyagi. She's a friend of Masaki, so I end up talking to her a lot. Though unlike Masaki, she's a normal human being. Aww. Don't talk about me like I'm a nut job. Then quit acting like you are. Can't blame us for doubting you when it looks like you are. I'd say it's more that I'm a free spirit, just being true to myself. like a cloud that just goes where the wind tells it to. Oh really? I'm so jealous. Same! Aren't you more gloomy than this morning? I'd say it's more that I'm a free spirit, just being true to myself. Heh, cool, feel free to talk to me about it. But feeds a giant bowl of udon though. Look, okay? We're not going to talk about this kind of thing with you just so that you can get a free bowl of food, okay? Bye, Misaki. See you tomorrow. Huh? Seems like Hinata can't saw right through you. Ah. Oh. I almost bump into a girl as I leave my classroom. Is it going to be another one of the main girls? Sorry, are you okay? Oh no. I should apologize for not paying attention. Oh, Hinata-senpai. Sorry about that, Arasaka. Oh no, it's all good. It's my fault anyway. Mishiro. The two of us ended up apologizing to each other for a while. You know what? That's much better than one person apologizing and the other person being extremely angry. You know, one person always thinks it's the other person when actually it's kind of a 50-50 thing, you know. It's not a fact that you bash into me or I bash into you, it's that we bash into each other. You know, it's an equal contribution towards the situation. I guess you came to get Misaki. Yes, of course. No idea why she's acting like that's only natural, but moving on. Want me to call Misaki? That'd be great. Okay, so if we're called Senpai, that must mean that she's an underclassman. I also like that girl on the left there. She's just putting her hands together, almost like she's done something wrong or was asking for something from that lad there. I call out to Misaki, who's still in the classroom, and tell her that Arasaka is waiting for her. After that, alright, I'm heading out now. Thank you, Hinata-senpai. Take care on your way home. Well, I'm not going home yet. Huh? Don't worry about it. See ya. I walk away, leaving behind a puzzled Arasaka. Here I am. Misaki-senpai, yay! Yeah, you don't have to latch onto me like that, Mishiro-chan. Wait, where'd Masaya go? He went off in that direction. Gone home already, I think. But that's the opposite direction from the entrance. What? Oh, you're right. Don't tell me you went to see that... Okay, for goodness sakes. That kind of face is just mischievous. I head over to the faculty room, leaving Misaki and the other two behind. Excuse me. Right as I enter the faculty building, I see a hand waving over from Io-san's desk in the back left corner. I feel a bit uneasy since I've got no clue what she wants, but I head over regardless. Yeah, she came right away. Good job. She's a very casual teacher, I'm not gonna lie. She's serious when it needs to be, but casual enough so that we can not feel like we've hit a brick wall. She's in the middle of enjoying an after-work coffee, sitting there in her chair with her usual lax posture. Honestly, with the way she dresses, I'm unsure where to look. Okay. Her thighs enter my sight no matter what I do, so I'm unable to ignore them. Funny thing is, this is actually an improvement. She used to wear a miniskirt until the other teachers talked her down. Why are you staring at me like that? You plan on confessing to me? What do you want? She brought up something pretty awkward, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. Where did your sweet innocence go? Oh well, let's get down to business. Here's what I need from you. She shows me a paper that she prepared beforehand. Oh, okay. But how did you know? On the left is a photo and the right name and address. Beneath that I can see a breakdown of academic accomplishments and a list of references. Okay, I recognize the name and face instantly. Why wouldn't I when it's still fresh in my memories? This is... Io-san speaks up, a wide grin on her face as I sit there in silence. You know her, of course. Asuka Kawashina. She's a transfer student who finished up her paperwork earlier today. How does she know I know her? Probably because A, she noticed us flying into school, and B, Asuka would probably refer to us at some point. Don't tell me. Wait, don't tell me you saw us together this morning. She returns a hearty nod before she replies. I did. And I also saw you holding hands. Glad to see you two getting along. Seriously? I didn't even realize she was watching us. Ayo-san isn't the kind of person who has any problem with students dating, but she's almost also famous for chewing out anyone who's falling around. So what about Kirishina-san? I quickly changed the topic, which makes her don an odd motherly expression. I need you to do me a favour. A favour? Nothing too hard, I promise. Actually, it's quite simple. She snickers, picking up her coffee mug and takes a sip out of it. I'm getting deja vu here. Oh, I see. It's not just deja vu. She said those exact same words to me in a distant past. So yeah, seems like I'll be your instructor. Again, my name is Masaya Hinata. Oh, okay, so we were told by her to be her instructor to know about anti-graviton shoes. Say what? You're the instructor they told me about? It's been about 10 minutes since my conversation with Ayo-san. After we finished talking, I headed over to the courtyard and approached Kirishina-san, who had been waiting for me. I didn't expect us to meet again so soon. Yeah, I'm surprised too. You want me to teach you how to fly? I figured it out, folks. I figured it out. Right, figured you'd be perfect for the job. Well, that is a really simple favour. She wants me to teach Kirishina-san, who is unfamiliar with grav shoes, how to fly. In urban cities, the use of grav shoes come with certain limitations. Yes, you would think that that would be the case because urban cities have more, I don't know, buildings, more traffic. But in rural environments, you know, where there are trees, you think there will be limitations too. But that, in actuality, there isn't probably. The use of grav shoes come with certain limitations. For example, you can only use them at certain times and you need to get licenses. Yes, you can't just let any old drunk old guy get their hands on some grav shoes. Like, I don't want some fat old man just charging into my window. But here, the simple application is more than enough. As such, grav shoes are a dime a dozen here. Everyone knows how to use them, and they all rely on them too. However, shoes that allow you to fly in flight itself are probably confusing for outsiders. That's why the authorities that hand out grav shoes licenses put some precautions in place. It's been a while since you last worked as a certified instructor, but I figured that wouldn't matter to you. Well, you're probably right, but I know you don't really feel like doing it, but since you like her enough to do paired flight, there shouldn't be a problem. We just acquainted today, and it's kind of like a freak habit sort of thing that she kind of just latched onto us. Miss Kagami. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. It's not like I suspect there's something going on between you, okay? Still, you don't hate her, right? Well, sure I don't, but... Okay, then we're all good. You need to start today, so head on over to the courtyard. What they established is the limited area flight instructor system. Basically, it's a system where certified individuals teach beginners how to fly. And I'm one of those people. I earned my stripes a pretty long time ago too. Yes, I earned my wings and my landing wheels. What a surprise! I didn't know that you were an instructor. You must be an expert. Once upon a time in the past, I would call myself an expert. But I just call those times just fleeting memories now. Kirishina-san says with sparkling eyes. I wish there was some sparkling sparkles going on near her eyes right at this point in time. Would I really say I'm not an expert? More like I'm just used to it, really. I answer curtly, to which she replies. You sure about that? Miss Kagami told me you were an expert. I hope she didn't tell anything unnecessary. She also said mastering grav shoes is important on Kunahama Island. She bows me after saying that, then continues. That's why I'm going to do my best to learn everything. Please teach me everything you know. Oh dear, we've somehow become Master Yoda in this case, and she somehow has become Luke Skywalker. Sure, I'll do what I can. Man, she sure is motivated. Well, it's way easier to teach someone with motivation than someone who has absolutely zero interest, so I can't complain. Exactly! I'm going to put this into perspective, okay? If somebody has the talent to do something, but has zero interest in doing it, then that is infinitely worse than someone who has started out with zero talent in it, but has the desire to learn it. The motivated person is a person I would much rather teach than a person who has it there, but does not want to apply themselves to it. Anyway, it makes sense that Kirishina-san's here, but... But what? I spin around and heave a sigh in an exaggerated fashion. What's your reason? I get Misaki, but how about you, Arasaka? What other choice do I have? I have to keep my friend from breaking back. What's going on now? Have these two just suddenly come here? Exactly, I can't approve of you keeping a cute girl like her. What do you mean? Listen, I'm only doing this because Miss Kagami asked me to. I'm turning off the people who've come to interrupt us when... Hinata-san? Who are they? Kirishina-san asked me about them with a puzzled expression. Ignore them, they aren't really worth your Nice to meet you, I'm Misaki Tobishawa. From Classroom 2C. I'm a real cutie who's always hungry, so I'll follow you wherever you want if you just give me odor and snacks. My turn, I'm Masaya Arasaka from 1A. I spend most of my time as a sort of follower of Misaki-senpai. No wait, maybe 7 fits better. Well, whatever. It's something like that. I thought I turned off voices. Okay, I'm going to turn them all off. The voices off and the general voices off. I'm sorry, but I am not going to listen to cringy Japanese girl voices. Look, now you've got her all confused. At least try not to speak over each other. Yeah, forget them. I'm going to teach you the basics of graph shoes. Okay, I'm ready. Me too. Same. I beg you guys, just keep quiet. For once in your hungry lives, just keep quiet. After directing a glance at Misaki and her companion, I pick up a pair of graph shoes and get started with the explanation. We'll start with the history of these shoes. An instructor can't just teach a person how to fly and be done with it. Exactly, you gotta build the background story to it. Much like how a person has to learn the laws of the land when trying to get a driver's license, there are steps that must be followed. Sure, my methods might be a little irregular, but the overall rules remain the same. And so, I'll begin with the absolute basics, namely the history of graph shoes. One important discovery 15 years ago laid the foundation of the invention of graph shoes. Before that, the only real way to fly were things like airplanes, which used fossil fuels. However, 15 years ago, an experiment was conducted at the Large Hadron Collider in that state of India. In that experiment, scientists discovered particles that turned the very laws that govern the world upside down. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, you're talking about the discovery of anti-gravitons, right? Gravitons, I nod in response. The discovery of strange particles that defy gravity, anti-gravitons, led to a groundbreaking invention, and that invention was... I clap the graph shoes I'm holding together. Anti-Graviton shoes, which are commonly referred to as graph shoes. Most consider them to be the greatest invention brought about by the discovery of the anti-graviton. I see. What you need to understand is that it doesn't work by blocking gravity or simply repelling it. Think of it more like how submarines float on the water. Yeah, because if it totally defied gravity, then for goodness sakes we'll be in space! Like, there's no stopping anti-gravity if it's set at 100% the opposite of what gravity should be. It's kind of more like floating, gradually going up. Kirishina-san gazed at the grav shoes in my hands with a look of admiration on her face. Alright, let's leave more history for another time and try flying a little. Are you sure? Yeah, we can break lessons on history into small chunks and spread them out. Also, grav shoe laws don't apply on school grounds, so you don't need to know them right away. Since the laws are based on those of driver's licenses, beginners can practice on private ground. I'll walk over to Kirishina-san and press the buttons located on the heels of the grav shoes. Alright, I've turned your shoes on. First, take a small step to open your legs like I taught you this morning. Like this morning. Got it. Good. Now raise your heels while making sure to keep your balance. Roger. Alright. All that's left is to speak the activation sequence whenever you're ready and slowly float up. Huh? Are you sure that'll work? Like, what if I just zoom up all of a sudden or something? It starts off slow at first, just like a car, so you don't need to worry. Got it. After taking a deep breath, Kirishina-san readies herself. 3, 2, 1. Then she stretches her body upward and... fly! We get some little angel wings. A faint mechanical whir can be heard, and following the chime of a startup sound, wings grow from Kirishina-san's grav shoes. They're just for show, but they do make the shoes look a lot better. A lot angelic. Whoa! Amazing! Then slowly her body starts to float up in the air. I'm floating. It worked. I'm now the Jedi Master that I've always wanted to be. I did it. I'm flying. I'm really flying. She's waving her hands at me like an overexcited kid at a water park. And I suspect these things don't work well with water as well. She really seems to be enjoying herself. Hey, is Asuka-chan gonna be alright? Something wrong? I mean, with how much she's flapping her hands, she'll lose her balance in no time. Oh no, I suddenly lost my balance. Kirishina-san's body starts to jiggle left to right. Told you. Don't worry, I set the maximum altitude to 5 meters when I touched them. Oh, nice going. Kirishina-san keeps thrusting her arms and legs about, which makes her body flip. No, I'm gonna fall. Aww. She comes down to the ground butt first. Ow. Stop. No, I'm falling. Despite the fact that she's already on the ground, she keeps kicking up her legs and flapping her arms. Huh? Before you realise, you suddenly found yourself on the ground, right? That's also a feature of grav shoes. I extend my hand towards Kirishina-san, grab her hand and help her up. Okay, we're going to stop here for today. Cool. Roger. Thanks for the lesson. To serve as some additional practice, I choose to return to our neighborhood in the same manner as this morning. It's her first time flying, so my plan was to get her used to it little by little, but maybe the shock of not being able to fly properly got to her. She's been way too quiet. That was your first time trying to fly on your own. There's no need to get worked up over it. Misaki told me she couldn't fly straight during her first time too. We'll practice after school from now on, so really, her ongoing silence makes me worry that something's wrong. Listen, Kirishina-san, you have no reason to feel down. Kirishina-san? I figured she was pretty bummed, but this is something else. I feel so frustrated. Whoa. Her loud scream takes me by surprise. Then she fixates a resolute gaze to me. Hinata-san. Yeah? Can I say something? Go ahead. You know, when I managed to fly a little earlier, it was super fun. Super fun. Good to know. For the first time in my life, I was floating around in the air. It felt so great, but Her enraptured expression quickly turns to one of irritation as she continues. I just couldn't keep calm at all and fell down after wobbling around a little. I was totally lame. So, she peers at me with that powerful gaze again and shakes her head so strongly that I could literally hear it. Please train me hard from tomorrow on, coach. Gotcha. I inadvertently agreed to help her to her rather intense request. Sorry, hold on. Coach? Yay, thank you so much. Well, she seems awfully happy, so I guess it's fine. I'm looking forward to it. Just thinking about how I'm going to fly from tomorrow on has me real excited. She happily mutters those words. I see. This is all kind of nostalgic to me. The awe I felt when I flew for the first time and wished to fly higher and higher. Those feelings I'd left behind have now appeared right in front of me again. Yeah, this is nostalgic, alright. See you tomorrow. Yeah, take care. I can't wait. Kirishina-san heads off home with a spring in her step, clearly showing that she's dying for tomorrow to come. Hope she'll do better tomorrow. I mutter as I watch Kirishina-san leave. Then I suddenly hear the sound of something cutting through the wind from the terminal. Is someone coming? The initially faint sound eventually grows louder, signaling that someone's coming. Ah. I'll find a girl in the area I've diverted my eyes. She has both her legs aligned straight and is carrying a bag on one arm. Her other hand is adjusting her flight trajectory. The way she's flying is smooth. I can tell her balance won't falter. Though, what's most impressive is the way she's using her eyes. She's lightly checking her surroundings while keeping her eyes on her flight path. The very definition of safe flight. How beautiful. There are varying degrees of beauty to even something as simple as basic flight. Form, and whether a person can keep their flight path stable, are two key factors. The former is determined by whether you can keep your back straight and your feet aligned. It's often compared to the form you maintain during swimming. Yes. As for the latter, well, it's based on whether you're flying straight while also curving your body elegantly. Roughly speaking, those are what most people consider the criteria of beauty. For beauty. And the girl who's flying in my direction is satisfying all of those criteria. She's clearly more than qualified to be a certified instructor. I know it's unfair to compare them, but she's on a completely different level from Kirishina-san. Man, I bet Kirishina-san would have a great time if she could fly like that. Yeah, she's a textbook example. I should remember her form and make use of it when giving Kirishina-san advice. I pay close attention to the way she's moving her hands and legs, as well as how she's choosing her flight path. Huh? That uniform is... I got so caught up in watching her that I only realised she's not wearing a Kunahama uniform. Takafuji? No, where is it from? While I ponder that question, the girl slows down as she approaches the terminal, but then lands silently. Phew. She takes a breath, quickly changes her clothes, and walks away. Even the way she's walking is just as graceful. That's something I tell Masaki to learn from. Honestly, Masaka's usual tottering has me worried. Alright, time to head home, I guess. Once the girl was out of sight, I walked away. The sky is now being dyed by the sunset. That don't look like sunset, but that certainly looks like the moonlight and darkness. Later that evening, I noticed something. Huh? Someone finally moved in next door. Yeah, people were carrying furniture inside this afternoon. While I was cooped up in my room dealing with my homework, my mum contacted me through a walkie-talkie app. She isn't very good with technology, so she's real happy that she got the knack of the app I taught her to use a while ago. That's why she keeps pointlessly contacting me through it at home. They haven't stopped by to say hi yet, though. Oh yeah? The house next door has been vacant for 2 years. I always assumed it was going through some pretty hardcore renovations because of that. Hey, wait. If a family moving in there has a kid around my age, they'd be transferring to my school. But it's the middle of April. Getting a transfer student 2 weeks after the start of the new school year is a little weird. Ah, you started to realize it could be her that moved in there. No way! It can't be. That'd be hell of a coincidence. Whoa! The almost unbelievable time of the doorbell ringing makes my heart skip a beat. Speak of the devil, that's probably our new neighbour, I guess. Pretty sure you're right on the money. Masaya. Is that how you say his name? Go get the door. But you're on the first floor and I'm on the second, Mom. I'm in the middle of making dinner. The stove is on. I can hear the sound of frizzling oil as she says that. Fine. I can't quite tell whether I'm feeling anxious or excited here. I make for the front door with a cold sweat running down my back. Is our new best friend also going to be our neighbour? Oh, come in. Can't keep them waiting too long. I slide my feet into a pair of slippers and reach out for the doorknob. Sorry for the wait. Oh. I apologise for disturbing you at such a late hour. Huh? Who's this? My name is Ichino's. My family has just moved in next door. Ichino-san bows her head to me. Normally it'd be proper etiquette for my parents, the owners of the house, to come over and exchange greetings. However, they are rather busy with work, so they couldn't find the time for that. I apologise on their behalf. We'll eventually come as a family, but I'm filling in for them today. We may end up inconveniencing you at times, but I hope that we can get along and keep up a good friendly relationship. Also, this is nothing special by any means, but I made some homemade soba noodles. Please take them if you like. Did I happen to say anything rude? Aww. I suppose I really must have made some terrible mistake. No. Even so, I don't think it's right of you to simply ignore me. Huh? Ichino-san's voice suddenly drags me back to reality. Once I take in my surroundings, I notice that Inochi-san is flapping her mouth as well as she's swallowing the words she was about to say. I'm sorry, seems like I spaced out there. I expected to see Kurashina-san's face upon opening the door, which is why the unexpected, rather anticlimactic development stunned me. Did I do anything rude? You okay? Ichino-san looks about ready to sink to her knees as she hears my words. I'm sorry. Not only did I introduce myself to a guy and meet him for the first time, I went as far as raising complaints, which made me feel incredibly nervous. What exactly did I do wrong here? You didn't listen to my introduction, right? I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself one more time then. I'm Rika Ichino's. My family has moved in next door. I hope we can get along. Am I right in assuming your name is Hyuga? Looks like she took a look at the door plate and reads it as Hyuga. It's Hinata. Masaya Hinata. Thank you for a polite introduction. Hinata then. I'm really sorry if I got it wrong, Hinata-san. Don't worry about it. I was rude to you after all. Huh? It was never my intention to seriously attack you. Aww. No way, that's not what I was trying to say either. The two of us bow our heads to each other a few times when... Ah. Our eyes suddenly meet. Heh. Huh? How am I supposed to interrupt that smile? Interpret that smile? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just I feel relieved. Why is that? At first I was worried I messed up because you wouldn't react at all. See, I looked up how to properly introduce myself to neighbours before heading over. But the whole situation felt awkward, so I feared that people in this area might treat outsiders. Why would we do that? This isn't some secluded village, don't worry, no one around here is like that. Hell, this is even a redeveloped new residential district here on Kunihama Island. Yes, that's why I was revealed when I realised that was just my imagination. Besides, it also seems like our neighbour is a really nice person. Huh? I find myself rendered speechless by Ichino-san's smile. Oh my, what a lovely little guest we have. Huh? Oh, that's my mum. Looks like she figured something was up since I didn't head over to tell her who it was. I'm very sorry for disturbing you so late. I just moved in next door with my family. Don't be so nervous. I'm just your neighbour. I'll leave things here to you then, Mum. Now that Mum's here, I can let her handle everything. It's nothing special, but I made these soba noodles. Oh my, you went out of your way to make these for us? Wow, did you make them yourself? Yes? Right as I'm about to leave. Ichino-san directs about me with upturned eyes, and I responded by lightly raising my hand. I walked down the hall, then stopping my tracks, and that's when it hits me. Yes, that's the one. She's definitely the girl from earlier. I probably shouldn't have recognised her right away, but I was paying more attention to how she was flying than how she looked. At least I finally remember the face of the girl I saw earlier. If she's that good, then maybe she's... I shake my head to clear my mind. Even if she is, why should I care? Aww. You should treat others with more dignity than just a little bit of an inconsideration like that. A little over an hour later, I returned to my room after eating dinner. Phew, that really hit the spot. We had tempura my mum prepared with the soba that Ichino-san brought. According to what Mum found out, the original plan was to move in 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, the renovations took longer than expected, so they had to stay in a hotel until just yesterday. Ichino-san had already started at her new school, and both her parents are working at their new jobs. By the way, Ichino-san is a first year. She doesn't attend Kinohama, though. Oh well, whatever. She seems to be a nice girl. Her soba is good, and she's a good flyer. That's all there is to it. Are you sure about that? Gotta thank her next time we meet. Maybe it'll be mid-flight. Huh? I freeze. I mean, of course I do. How could I not in this situation? When I look out my window, I see... Okay. Okay, this is a bit of a sudden situation. Seems like time has stopped in a radius of 5 meters. Neither of us budges an inch. We both remain frozen in place. Honestly, why I can't even so much as cover my eyes or turn around. Eventually, I hear a voice that seems to be on the verge of explosion. Before I've time to figure out what she means, she finally erupts. No! What? Wait, sure, I'm surprised, but why the hell am I screaming? Sorry, I'll close the curtain right away. No, don't come any closer. Stay away from me. I think you're overreacting. This isn't going anywhere. Actually, you can just close your curtain. Oh. She pulls a curtain over her window, which blocks my view. After that, I close my curtain as well. God, there's got to be an awkward scenario in one of these visual novels somewhere, isn't there? You know, blah. I let out a deep sigh. However, the sense of dread from having seen something I shouldn't have doesn't go away. This is going to be something which will cause us not to be able to sleep at night. Does she understand that it was an accident? Just great. I'm pretty sure my first impression wasn't too bad, but now it's tanked. After that, I keep looking for signs of her wanting to talk as I go about my business. But in the end, I never got an opportunity to apologise or explain myself. Aokana. So tell me, have you gotten more used to flying now? Okay, folks, we're going to leave off from that really awkward scenario, I'm not going to lie. So we have ourselves a pretty comical scenario here, and at the same time quite a sci-fi fantasy slash slice of life as well. Like, without the graviton shoes and all that kind of jazz, this is pretty much a slice of life scenario. You know, people moving into school and stuff like that. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and we shall see each other on the next time of Aokana. I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one person in the comment section below who's going to tell me how to pronounce each and every name in this game, along with stuff which I've not yet to discover because we haven't got that far yet in the game, and it's going to be a pretty long game, so we're going to be here for the long run, folks. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.